So imagine you grow up, just imagine your life now, and you just find out as an adult that your parents aren't your parents because of a DNA test proves that you were switched at birth. So two men are suing a hospital when the DNA proved that they were switched at birth.
January 26, 1988, only Kyle and I were born in that hospital that day. It's the only time we've ever been together.
My aunt Martha and I were on Ancestry.com. I had done further DNA testing on my raising mom, Evelyn Newton, that came out conclusively that, she was biologically my brother's mom, but she didn't match with me on the platform. We kind of concluded and said, basically, look, Kyle, you were switched at birth.
Oh,
I cannot. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it.
I mean, that's just lucky that they found out.
Yep.
So there must be other people in the world that switched at birth that have no idea.
What if it's you?
Yeah.
Well, it depends how rich the other parents are.
Well, I told you a friend of mine that found out that they had a sibling, but it's because the whole time she thought her dad was her dad, but it was her mom had an affair.
I think that's
just not switched at birth, but it's a mind F.
I think for sure a mind F.
And the mom wasn't sure; she just didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. We have our official attorney, Lisa Lanier, on the phone. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning, Lisa.
Hey, good morning. It's actually afternoon here in the Netherlands.
Oh, we weren't sure.
And no, it's okay. We can talk about it.
Okay, good.
It's about 3:05 here, and so it's like well past lunch. I've actually ducked into a great little restaurant where I had lunch, and they're kind enough to let me find a quiet corner and talk to you guys.
That's really cool.
Fantastic. Thanks for calling
us.
Are
they nice there?
It is so cool here.
The people.
So we've been the people. Yes, the people are super nice. The language, like in Amsterdam, where we started off, everybody speaks English, like perfect English. Like several times I was talking to people and I thought they were an American, but it turns out it's just they learned it in school. But now we're in a more remote area. It's a little place where they don't allow cars. They just have canals, kind of like Venice, all through it. And it starts with a G, but they pronounce it Heathhorn. And they kind of put like a little kind of sound with it. It sounds like they're hawking up a loogie. But here they do not speak English as much. So like when I ordered lunch, it was a struggle, but we got through it.
Is it Dutch?
But but everybody is super kind. Super kind.
That's great. Well, Jason asking, is it Dutch?
Is it Dutch influenced?
Yeah. So it's the Netherlands is very very much a Dutch area, and they have kind of their own language that is, people, they don't like to be pigeonholed. And a lot of people think of this whole area as just Amsterdam, but it's so much more than Amsterdam is just the capital. And it's a really varied area. Like Amsterdam is very urban, although it also has the canal system. And the whole area was really basically like flooded like a swamp. And they came in and put in all of these protections to keep the water back. And that's why they have all these canals and things to keep it from flooding. And it's fascinating. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Highly recommend visiting.
The canal system just sounds awesome. Like
it really does.
It's really cool.
Fun with your family, but
they were
also
telling us here, the place we are here, where they don't allow cars, that a lot of people from all over the world think this is so charming, and it is. It's just like you've gone back in time, and they retire here, and then a lot of them flip their house and leave in about a year because they're like, oh my gosh, that's so much work.
Yeah,
because
right.
They just want to get. Like, if you just want to go to the grocery store, you've got to go in your boat. There is a place where you can rent cars. You can keep a car, like, on a remote lot on the edge of town, like where the harbor is. And so you can take your boat to where there's a car, or you can take your boat to where there's public transportation and go, to another city, basically, to get groceries. And then you got to get them back. And it's sort of pain, to load all that stuff. A lot of people grow their own vegetables and things. And even that, how much work is that? So
yeah.
A lot of people, it's not as charming as they think.
It's a good place to visit.
Yes.
Yeah, a big
Very good place to visit.
To change to live there. Okay, so these two men that were switched at birth, they're suing the hospital. One, do you think they're going to win?
Okay.
And what are some of the fallout?
I love this story. This is where like the whole 23andMe and all those kinds of DNA testing, it's wreaking havoc on families, right, that have dark secrets. Or like you think about all these people find out, their dad's not really their dad. It's really the milkman or whatever. And then, you find out you've got siblings where somebody was messing around and didn't tell anybody. Or like there are kids who were born by artificial insemination using like a sperm donor, and they'll go on there and find out that they have like, 165 brothers and sisters are scattered all over the place. And so it's really fascinating. But here, this goes back to 1988, right? And so there's a big problem with the statute of limitations, which in North Dakota for medical malpractice, which this is, it's only 2 years. You have 2 years to bring your lawsuit. And what they're saying is that they want to apply, these boys want to apply, who are now grown men, because this was 36 years ago. And get this, they were the only 2 babies born in this hospital this day. I mean, this is a small, small town in North Dakota. And so they are saying, we want to apply what's called the discovery rule exception to the statute of limitations. There's another problem with that, though, which is that North Dakota, like most states, has a statute of repose, which gives you an outer limit of even when you apply special exceptions. So they may be in trouble there. And the hospital has moved to dismiss the case. And they're saying, look, we don't have any medical records from 36 years ago. The staff has completely changed. A lot of people are dead. There's no evidence for you to prove that the switch happened here. But the part about, did the switch happen here? Of course it did.
Of course.
Right.
It's not like they got switched in kindergarten or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? These kids, they got switched on day
I took
one.
on the wrong kid. That's
Well,
okay.
I like-
You can have them.
Yeah, no
So what's the
offense.
court?
No offense, but it's
So
like
what's the
there
judge-
were 2 born
Yeah.
that day. You had 2 kids to
Yeah.
keep
2
up with, and
babies.
you still
you
switched
had
them.
2 to watch. Yeah.
You know?
You had
Yeah.
2 things to keep up with
Right.
that day.
You had
But-
one job.
Yeah.
So there are some exceptions to the statute of repose for fraud, deceit, and there's a thing called equitable estoppel. So it's really a toss-up whether or not the judge allows the case to go forward or dismisses it on the grounds of the statute of repose.
Do you think the national or international even pressure could sway a judge to be like, yeah, we need to do something here? Not they can find
I think
in a legal way, but
you know-
find a legal route.
I'm surprised that the hospital didn't try to settle with
I
them
know.
because, and maybe they did. Maybe they did, and the guys just wanted more money than they would come up with, because this is not the first time this has happened, and it often is discovered past normal statutes of limitations, and hospitals will still settle with these folks. And here's a funny thing about, I always do a deep dive into these stories with you guys. So one of these guys, I think, is sort of like whiny needy, and the other one is not. And so because one of them really initiated this to begin with, and he's been all on the news and stuff talking about how he wished he'd grown up on a farm. He would still be there today working the farm with his dad, and he would have had a brother, and just go on and on and on. And the other guy's kind of like, I just want some money, dude. I'm happy with my life. Just like,
Yeah, what is the fallout with the parents? Does it sound like the one guy didn't like his childhood and the other one did?
It does sort of kind of read like that, although both of them claim to have had loving families and good relationships with their parents. But one of them definitely is more on the, I wish I had something else kind of side. And his quote unquote, his brother that is with on the farm is literally kind of inheriting the farm and is there working the farm.
Oh, I see.
And it just seems like a better life. And I think this other guy has kind of bounced around and didn't really find his way as much. So, I mean, I can see that.
Lisa, let me ask you this, and I want other people
Yeah.
to think about it on the show too. But let's say there was evidence that your parents weren't your parents. Would you rather just not know at this point?
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, why tell me
same.
at this
I would
point?
not.
I would not want to know.
No, I'm good.
Not at this
I
point.
would.
No.
No.
I would
I
definitely
mean, if
want
my
to
dad
know
was
your
Elon
real
Musk for get some money.
But you don't get to,
No,
like,
but no.
I would not.
Yeah.
The only thing I
I don't
could
wanna
think
know.
would be a benefit is if there's a major health something that I
Yes.
would need to know. But other than that,
Yeah.
I would never
Well, a
look
lot
at
of-
them and be like,
I mean,
oh, never
'cause-
mind, you're not my
Because
parents.
that could go two different ways. It could be your actual parents have something and then you can't really find the cause of it
Right.
whenever you go to the doctor. Or you could think you have something because your parent or the people you think are your parents have it. And then when you actually go and you find out it's not them, they don't have it, you're in the clear.
Yeah.
That's
So
a good point.
just for
Well,
medical
it's
purposes.
It's similar. It's similar to when people are adopted, and like I have friends that are adopted who have really wanted to find their birth parents, and then I've had friends who are adopted who couldn't care less. I'm kind of in that camp. I wouldn't want to know who my birth parents were. I don't think if I was adopted, I'd be like, whatever. I'm happy where I am. Right.
My cousin
you know,
was adopted, and she, after years, found her real parents, and then it didn't evolve into any relationship. It was like just a meeting or two.
Okay.
Yeah.
And technically my sister, half sister, is adopted, but she got adopted, and she's never seen her dad again
Mm-hmm.
at
wow.
a very young age.
I think it's a very personal situation
Yeah.
and scenario where like there is no
it's
right or
super-
wrong
super
answer.
Personal.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
And
You know?
if there's totally, 100%. It's just very much. And then there are those adoptions that go open adoption from go, and everybody has a chummy relationship, and the child knows who and I think those often end up very, very well. One of my kids' friends was in an adoption like that, and he knew he had a great relationship with his adoptive parents, and then they had a great relationship with the little girl who gave him up at age 15, and he totally got it. He understood why she couldn't keep him, and he ended up actually knowing his siblings, his half siblings that she had later on in life, and it was lovely, you know. And so I mean that happens too, and that's really.
You said the statute of limitations run out where they could sue the hospital or something close to that. What are the statute of limitations on like when 13? What is it? 16 and me? What is it?
23 and me.
23. 23.
16 and me is the Epstein file.
Yeah, you need to get your head away from 16.
Yes.
Okay.
For real.
All your numbers should be over 18.
It's like, that 8 chromosomes and whatever.
Yeah, 23. I don't even know what that
Whatever.
stands for. Regardless, 23andMe. What are the statute of limitations if you go on 23andMe and all of a sudden you get traced back and you have a 17-year-old kid? Can they sue you for all?
Child support.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could probably get it with some child support there if that was discovered and proven. I think that's a real potential.
So would you advise people, if they don't know for sure, not to get on 23andMe until the kid is 18?
I would stay the heck off 23andMe forever if I were.
Yeah. She's trying to limit your risk.
Yeah.
That was
me?
legal
That's a good
advice.
read.
Yeah, limit your exposure.
I'm not saying me.
Oh.
I know somebody that's happened to.
What if they're grown? What if they're
yeah.
What if they're 30?
I know
Can you
somebody
still?
that happened to after he was a grandpa and didn't know it. Somebody my age, this kid found him. I mean, not a kid, like a 30-year-old found him and was like, "You're my dad, and this is your grand."
Yeah, I have a friend I've shared a little bit on there, and I'm not giving his name, but he wouldn't care. But they said it was New Sibling Saturday. That was the joke around them because it was like 2 Saturdays, like not quite in a row. They found out they had a new sibling because his dad's like 90, and he used to travel a lot.
Yeah.
And they did the 23andMe, and they had a brother that was like in his 50s. Then they found a sister that was in her 60s, and I told this on there, but she's the one that had the father or who she thought was her parents. They had major medical issue that like at a certain age they all like got this thing and died. It's very rare.
Wow.
So she was relieved to find out. She was super sad to find out. Oh, these parents that I loved aren't my parents. They already had passed away. But then she was relieved on the other hand, like, oh, I don't have this gene. I don't.
Right.
This is not. I don't have to worry about that anymore. At least.
That
Well,
is
it
so
gets
complicated,
complicated.
but yeah,
That's
for
pretty
sure.
Complicated.
Yeah.
All right, Lisa. Enjoy the Netherlands.
Yes, thank you, Lisa. Enjoy your time.
Thank you.
If you're ever injured, contact her right away at hireaheavyweight.com or just get on the boat in the Netherlands. Go find her.
Right in the canals.
Yeah, she's there.
Gosh.